Hey, welcome to Week 3 Northwest Georgia Football Scoreboard, the quarantine early edition. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but yeah, my nose is stopped up and sitting here at the house trying to get better. Benton's over there at the
Yeah,
lake house chilling.
yeah, I am. I'm at the lake house. The lake. It's kind of dark out there, but it's off in the distance.
Yeah, we still got some finals coming in, but we've seen a few come across that surprised us.
Yeah, we had one last night. It was a close game for a little while, and then Lafayette pulled away. Ended up beating Gordon Lee 35-14. Big win for Lafayette going forward.
Yeah, first win of the Andy Scott era there at Lafayette.
Some late scores. Late fourth quarter, Sonoranville's up on Fannin 32-0. Been a tough one for Fannin tonight.
Yeah, that score was just 6-0 at halftime, man. So Sonoranville must have put it on them in the second half.
Yeah, just playing tough D, and quarterback played pretty well tonight. He ran the ball around. I watched most of that game. Watched some of the Trine game. Zach Lyles was all over the place. He's going to sleep good tonight. Late game right now, 2 minutes left to go. Pepperell driving at Bremen. It's 39-32 Bremen.
Here goes the final play from the Bowden-Haralson County game here. See if I can get
you got the final play? 14-10 was the final there, right?
Yeah, 14-10 Haralson County, man. That was a shootout.
Did they win on the final play?
No.
Okay. I was wondering. I was like, we're about to see an epic play right here.
Well.
Okay, that was an incompletion. The other team must have been driving more. That was like a walk-off, wasn't it?
Let's see what we got going on here. Let's play it one more time with it full screen. But yeah, I guess Bowden was going for the winning score there. Closing seconds.
I got you. It looked like they're on about maybe the 10 or 20-yard line. Oh, that's the goal line. That's the goal line. He threw it out the back of the end zone. Wow. Big play.
See what other games we got going on. What else is live right now? Bremen and Pepperell were battling there at the end, huh? What was it 38-32?
39-32 with a minute and 30. And Pepperell is on the Bremen 46-yard line. And there's a completion to Rhodes inside the 20 to the 19.
How much time's left?
Minute and 20 on the clock. Uh-oh. I see some laundry on the field. Is it legal for us to do a live look-in? Is that legal?
I don't know. I guess we can do it till somebody tells us not to, huh?
Let's see here if I can get a. Seeing if I can make it bigger. There we go. Got a live look in with a minute and 20 left. Penalty on the play here. Sideline warning on. Could not tell who. Looked like Pepperell. Sideline warning on Pepperell. So you're going to give them the first down and back them up to the 30. It looks like.
I'm not trying to say anything bad about the refs tonight, man, but did you see that fourth down play in Fannin tonight? They stopped Sonoranville in that 4th and 2.
And they gave him the sideline warning?
Gave him a first down.
It was actually the second warning, so that was automatic penalty. So
that's tough right there, though, you know?
Well, you know what it is, right? They're supposed to have the 3-yard barrier right there off the sideline. And anytime after a warning, they're taught that anytime after that warning has been given, if you're running up the sideline and you run into somebody, there's your penalty. And it happens. It just depends on who you are if you're going to call that or not. As you can tell here, inside a minute.
I can't tell what down it is.
Second down, I think 2nd and 9. Incomplete pass should bring up 3rd down and 9. Tell you what. How about that? Yeah, this is totally probably not. Probably not sanctioned.
We'll just tell them we hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an illegal stream, so there you go. It's a paid for stream, brought to you by I think NFHS Network.
Boom.
And should bring up 4th down here with the clock.
The clock is rolling.
It's still running.
Clock is running.
6 seconds just run off the clock. And
There's
we have people running on the field. Yeah, I seen that. Oh, he's going over both fences. There was 2 guys. They went over both fences. So they're trying to get away. I didn't see nobody chasing them, did you?
No.
Wow. I'm glad he wasn't starting naked. That'd been tough to explain.
This is 4th in the game right here, isn't it?
This should be it. I think it's about 9 yards to go. I think we're going to get a timeout.
Just give it to Rogers and cross your fingers right here, huh?
We're going to get a timeout. Pepperell, I believe. I think I seen the head coach motioning for a timeout. All righty. Let's see if we can come across some more scores while we got this one zooming across.
I guess the big score from tonight, though, was Rome Wolves handling Cherokee over at Barron Stadium, 27-7.
Yeah, I've got a final here from Sonoranville. Sonoranville 32, Fannin County 0. That's a final. I did not expect that one.
No. I'll tell you one of the interesting facts from that game is the Sonoranville Phoenix now have played 8 quarters of football without giving up a point.
That's huge. And, you know, our boy Chris talked about it earlier. They beat Villarica in that preseason scrimmage, and that's looking better and better as the year goes on. So this will be was going to be the last play. I think we got a timeout Bremen now. So we're just going to unload the timeouts with 34.6 left. Let's see here. Your Armurchie Indians. Oh, go ahead.
Got a final from Sequoia. Sequoia beat Cass 37-23.
37-23. Got that one down. There we go. We got some commercials going. At least we got some paid sponsors on here.
Yeah, you guys in the Bremen area, check out Rob Golden down there at Commercial Insurance.
Some late scores. I got Kings Ridge Christian 32, Christian Heritage 31. Late in the 4th. Also late in the 4th, North Murray is still up on Northwest 31-30. I know Chris is at that game, and I'm sure he's cheering on those North Murray Mountaineers.
Here we go. Play the game right here, man. They go into Rhodes, or they going to hand it off to Rogers and hope he can get in from.
Boy,
everybody up
I
on
think
the line.
You got to throw the ball from that far.
They're bringing it.
Rogers was running a route. Wow.
Is there a flag there?
No, I don't think so. I think that's totally incidental. I'll do it there. So the final there is going to be 39-32. You would think they would kneel on it and make it 39-32.
And that gauntlet of a 5 AA schedule for Pepperell continues. Where they played what, Harrelson, Hurd, and Bremen already. I don't know who they have
And
up next, but
it seems like they were up in most of those games early too.
I know they have Temple coming up either next week or the week after, man. So they play the whole 5 AA schedule except for Callaway.
Another game we talked about earlier, the Rome defeats Cherokee from Canton. Big time game. You might have watched Cherokee in the Corky Kell Classic. They impressive 27-7. Rome beats Cherokee.
Yep.
At Berrien Stadium.
Yeah, I saw the 7 points Cherokee got was the final play of the first half. They scored on like a 71-yard touchdown pass, and that was it. Yeah. Final from Coosaville. Armurchie Indians go to 2-0 for the first time probably in 10, 11 years, man. Beating Coosa 21-7.
21-7.
Sophomore defensive back Jacob Seagraves with a couple of interceptions.
That was probably a good game right there.
Yeah, I saw a stat at halftime where Coosa had actually outgained them 159-59. But
wow,
I think the turnovers hurt them again. We saw that last week in Trine.
Yeah, it looked like they had some athletes. They just either turned the ball over or couldn't get them out of space very well.
You seen anything else from Chris on the North Murray game?
I have not. That's what I was looking to see if Napier's put anything else out.
What you got, Pops back there in the background?
Yeah, my grandfather. Yeah, him and his dog. Got the whole family down here. The youngins, they done went to bed.
Yeah, Chris said he listened to Chris Moore listened to Bowden and Harrelson County, went down to the wire. I mean, that's.
So let's see here. Murray County adds another score. Gilmer 34, Murray 21 right now with 3:16 left. Late score in the fourth.
Yeah, you got 5:58 left up in Northwest Whitfield. North Murray's still hanging on to a 1-point lead. I think probably a lot of people who follow 6 AAA are surprised by that score. I think a lot of people thought North Murray were going to come out and light the scoreboard up tonight.
No, honestly, I was one of those people, but this is the first game for North Murray. You gotta think about it. You gotta give them a little bit of a break because they hadn't played any games.
Yeah, I'll tell you the thing that game tells me though, or puts a question in my mind is how good is Coahulla Creek? I mean, because Coahulla beat Northwest, and we thought maybe Northwest was down, but then they come out tonight and hang with North Murray.
Yeah.
Coahulla might be battling for one of those 4 playoff spots. What scores we have tonight from 7 AA? Fannin, we already said Fannin lost to Sonoranville, 32-0?
Yeah, Fannin lost to Sonoranville 32-0.
Pepperell lost to Bremen in the game that we saw a piece of there, 39-32 final. Coosa lost to Armurchie 21-7. I saw a late score. Gordon Central was down 28-14 to Southeast Whitfield. Last score I saw. Kind of looks like everybody in 7AA was shut out tonight except for Dade County, who was off.
Yeah. Dade County was off.
I know it's a little early to start talking about next week, man, but how about a 2-0 Tryon versus 2-0 Dade County?
That'll be an instant game for sure. I'm having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, Pepperell 0-3 against 5-2A, but see what a lot of teams would be 0-3 against 5-2A right now. They still got Temple on the schedule, so. You back with us?
Yeah, I'm back. I was freezing up there for a second. I couldn't get nothing to load, so I just went out and come back in. Sorry about that.
See if we got some hot.
You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Looking for some of these other scores here. Looking for that Kings Academy.
Somebody said Maddox or Sharp, neither dressed out for Trine tonight. And Trine had 2 turnovers, one deep in their own territory. Committed several penalties, had a long run by Rob Brown called back, and still managed to win 28-7 over a very tough model team.
Yeah,
Trine looks very good this year, to say the least.
Yeah, they've been impressive. I watched them a few times. Of course, she watched them that one time with me. Got a final. Gilmer 34, Murray County 21. Went final.
I got to put the sound on for this one, man. This is the Central Carrollton halftime show, I guess, man. Everybody's got the lights going now. It's pretty cool, you know? Yeah, Trine is single A. Trine is a 6A team. They'll be playing Bowden a couple of weeks. That should be a heck of a game. You seen any score on the Mount Zion game? Mount Zion and Landmark?
I have not.
See if we can get that, man, because I think Mount Zion is in that mix too with Bowden and Trine for that 6A title.
Yeah, I'm getting some.
Somebody said how many yards did the running back from Trine have tonight? I don't know if he had that many. I know Eller threw 3 touchdowns tonight. I think Model's pretty stingy on the run. Was it a big win here for the Indians, going 2-0 for the first time in 10 years. I think Benton having some technical difficulties over there, so I'll get the scores going back across the bottom here. You can see them as I'm seeing them. Yeah, Rome Cherokee. I think that surprised a lot of people. I thought it was going to be a close game. I didn't know the Rome defense was going to step up like that, man, and hold that Cherokee team to 7 points. I'll tell you what, the Heard County Brave team looks pretty good. They beat Manchester 22-7. That's a Manchester team that beat Haralson County last Friday night. Heard, definitely a team to competing for a home playoff spot in 5-2A. Ringgold, 44-0 over Ridgeland. The Ringgold team's the team that everybody was high on coming into the season, 6 AAA. I think they proved it tonight that they definitely are a team to watch. That 6 AAA race is starting to heat up, man. It's going to be a good one. Sonoranville, Daresville, Ringgold. Now you got Cahulla Creek. Lafayette played well on Thursday night. It's going to be a shootout. And if anybody has any of those scores that we don't have coming across the bottom there, just send us a message and we'll get them up. See what we got over here. Christian Heritage in final. Christian Heritage 34, Kings Ridge 32. Solomon Locke seals the game with a 4th down sack. That's a win that Christian Heritage definitely needed. Started out 0-2 against 2 very good teams. And what's up, man? You back?
Yeah. My connection is garbage. What was that last score update you had?
Christian Heritage 34, Kings Ridge 32.
Wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think my provider is throttling me on my connection here.
You may not be able to show any highlights, man. Just
yeah,
talk.
Yeah, I know I'm not. I'll be lucky if you could even see my video.
That's what happens when you're on the lake, man. You out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been watching games the whole time, and now it's almost like they want to throttle my speeds. And
you got the dog back there chilling on the hammock.
Yeah, yeah, that's JoJo. Yeah, got the fan on in the background. No green screen tonight.
4:01 left, man, up at Northwest. 31-30, North Murray. Hanging on to it.
31-30 was the final, huh?
Well, now it's still 4:01 left in the 4th.
Oh, 4:01 left. Okay.
4:01 left in the 4th. North Murray's up 31-30. Central 49, Tower 6 the final. The Central Lions moved to 2-0.
DJ Kaufman from FYN Sports, Haralson County, said Haralson County Bowden was a great game. Lots of hard hits.
I can imagine, man. Those guys, they got 22 tough dudes all over the field, man. I bet that was a great game to watch. Did Sonoranville win? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. What was it, 32-0 final?
32-0, yes.
6-0 at halftime. Came out and scored 26 unanswered in the second half. You're a big follower of 7-2A. What do you think about tonight's scores, man?
Well,
were you surprised by any of them, or?
No, I had Trine picked, and I don't want to toot my horn, but by 3 touchdowns. And I had Armurchie picked close. I thought Kusa would hang in there. Also had Bremen picked close, which turned out. And I had Sonoranville picked close. I did not have 32-0. And the game was closer than that score. Sonoranville tacked on late, but I did not expect that.
Got a minute left up there, North Murray, man. It's 31-30 still. Northwest has the ball on the 50-yard line with a minute to go.
Wow.
It's a pretty good win for Paul Standard up there at Gilmer. I guess his first win with the Gilmer Bobcats. They beat Murray County tonight 34-21.
You're going to have to update these scores. It won't let me do it right now, Lawrence.
All right, let's see what I can do here. Gilmer 34, Murray County 21. Yeah, I think that Gilmer team's gonna be a tough one as the year goes on. Paul Standard's doing a heck of a job up there. Towers, Central 49. The 6 over Towers. You see anything from White County and Pickens?
I did earlier. I seen White County was up by a few touchdowns, actually. Let me see if I can run back across it. Should be some updates from RJ Casey right here on Twitter. If I can find RJ on here. Let's see. Team FYN Sports. RJ Casey. I don't see anything. It's interesting. I see the last thing I see here is White County 13-7, and that would be starting the fourth quarter. Let me see if I can find anything newer than that.
I guess while we're looking for scores, man, have you heard anything about your Indians or COVID situation? Guess not. Yeah, still a minute to left up there at North Murray. North Murray 31, Northwest Whitfield 30. It says Northwest Whitfield ball on the 50-yard line with about a minute to play.
I apologize. I didn't get any of that. I got cut off.
I was just asking about the COVID situation up there with you boys. Have you heard anything about it?
I haven't heard anything. Haven't heard anything as far as the player that was in the hospital. The last I heard was the other day he had finally broke a fever that had been lasting like 10 days long. And hopefully he was on the road to recovery, but I believe he was still in ICU. As far as the rest of the team, I think there's plans to get back at it next week. Right now, Sonoranville was the cancellation that allowed Sonoranville and Fannin to play this week. Next week we have Northwest at Northwest if we get to play.
Scrolling through here and see if I can find any highlights from tonight. I know I had some earlier ones from the North Murray game. A couple on here from the Haralson County Bowden game. Yeah, I think Ben's having a little trouble tonight, a little technical trouble out there on Lake Weiss. If anybody wants to hop in here with me, man, I'll give you the link and you can jump on in here and we'll talk high school football as long as you want to. just shoot me a DM on Twitter, and I'll send you the link. What's up, man?
Yeah, so I've swapped to the cell phone version because the other just not getting it done. You copy me better now?
Yeah, I got you.
Just they're killing me.
Chris Moore, man. Callaway final 23-14. That's pretty surprisingly close score, in my opinion. It's got to be inspiring to see for the Heard County fans.
Are you updating that score?
Nah, I don't even have the Callaway on that one. That's
Oh,
just
okay.
one.
Sorry.
Let's see if I can find the Mount Zion score. Mount Zion and Landmark tonight. That's...
See here, I see Carrollton 48, Jonesboro 7. Interesting score.
Man, that Carrollton Rome game is going to be a classic. Yeah, I don't see any score on the Mount Zion game.
I'm looking right now. And I'm unable to find anything currently.
I tell you, I think it's pretty interesting right now. Is 6A is I got to figure it out right quick on my math on my hands here. Bowden 2-1, Trine 2-0, so 4-1, 5-2, 7-2. They're about 9-2.
All right, I got a fourth quarter score. A Landmark Christian War Eagles 35, Mount Zion 14.
35-14. That's not surprising, man. I think that Landmark team is much improved over last year. They lost to Bremen week 1 by 2 points, and then they beat Christian Heritage last Friday night by a touchdown. So pretty solid Class A private team.
Yeah, I think Mount Zion, Trine, and Bowden, that's going to be your 3. And also, if I had to pick 2, I think the Trine Bowden game is your region championship.
Yeah,
Just right.
I think as of right now for that 4th place spot, I think it's going to come down to the R. Murchie Gordon Lee game.
Absolutely, that's going to be. Man, I don't know if I wouldn't pick our Murchie at this point. At this very moment.
Yeah, they got to be pretty excited out there on 27 North, man, because I know they have Southeast Whitfield coming up and Weaver from Alabama, who was a 1-9 team last year over in Alabama. They could actually start the season 4-0. I guess you're pretty excited to see your dogs tomorrow, though, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be an instant game. I'm going to watch some of the other games here today. But, yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do. Kings Academy. Where's the Kings Academy at?
It is in Woodstock.
Kings Academy at Heritage. And,
They're a GISA school, I think, in Woodstock.
I see them.
Playing 4A Heritage.
I don't have anything on that.
Let me run these scores back across. Everybody's just joining in here. Let's see what we can find. Maybe we'll get Chris in here once the North Murray game concludes to give us a little update. And
yeah, excited to hear how that game went. Sounds like it's been a barn burner.
he's gotten to see some pretty good games so far this year.
Man, he's the one. He's saying all the good games. I would go and go watch games with him. Or at least go to the game he picks. I don't know if you've called out the Southeast Whitfield Gordon Central score.
No.
But the Raiders get a win, take down Gordon Central 48-22.
48-22. That's a big win for Southeast.
Absolutely. Big win.
Yeah, I think Southeast next week has Fannin, so
and it's going to be it'll be a furious Fannin. They'll be ready. They'll be raring to go.
Final score, man. Final score from up there in Tunnel Hill.
31-30.
North Murray hangs on, 31-30. The Mountaineers open the season 1-0.
Huge game. Yeah, we're going to have to hear from Chris on that for sure.
I see there's some Adairsville Tiger people up there watching that game, scouting out the Mountaineers, I'm sure.
Yeah, theirs was off this week, correct?
Yeah, kind of looks like they were all up there in Tunnel Hill checking out the Mountaineers.
Yeah, I would say, I would say Dade and Chattooga were probably at Trine, and was the game in Armurchie or Coosa tonight?
Coosa tonight.
There are probably some of those at Coosa as well. I know I haven't heard anything official, but I know that most of the teams that if they miss games and their buys later on in the season, teams are actively looking for replacements. So you never know, you might see a replacement game.
I'll tell you what, man, if you plan on going to downtown Rome next Friday night, you might as well just cancel your plans. Rome versus the number one team in the nation, Collins Hill. I mean, it's going to be crazy, Absolute nuts.
Is it going to be nationally televised?
I don't know. It should be if it's not.
Yeah, that should be one of those Rusty Manziel GPB games or something. One of those big time
number one player in the nation, Travis Hunter, number one player in the nation right now, coming to town.
We'll see. Let me guess where he's going. Let me guess where the number one player in the nation is going.
I haven't seen anything on him really. I don't follow him that much. Is he going to Bama?
I don't know. That was just my guess.
Let me look him up right quick. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to see where his crystal ball said. He's listed as a cornerback.
Oh, he's a Florida State commit, man.
Florida State. That's huge for Florida State. What's Florida State going to do with Notre Dame coming up?
Man, I hope Florida State wins.
Yeah.
I think it's good for college football, especially in the South, man. Florida State's back on top. I told you, man, Charles will be on here. Heard County continues to roll. It continues on. They
get on and talk about it, Charles. Let's hear what you got to say about the Heard County squad. What was it? 14. Wait. What was the final?
22-7. 22-7 Heard. They got their sight set on Callaway right now. I mean, they had to get through a tough 5AA schedule before Callaway, but I mean, they look like the team that could beat them right now. Pepperell and Bremen, like I said, if you missed it earlier, man, they went down to the wire. Pepperell had a chance to win the game. Last play of the game from about 30 yards out. Missed a pass.
4th and 9 from the 30 or 31-yard line.
Yeah, that might actually be a first-round playoff preview, because 5A and 7AA play each other. Oh, here's the score we didn't have on our thing. Darlington, 35. St. Francis, 14.
Nice.
Tigers lost a close one last week, and score out of our area, but it's a big one tonight. Marietta over McEachern, 42-21.
Wow. Yeah, that's let's see here. I'm looking through a bunch of different scores, seeing if anything jumps out, anything in our area.
Hey, if anybody has any highlights they want to share, man, just tag Northwest Georgia Football, and we'll get them up on the live stream here.
Yeah.
I think
you want to come.
You want to come on the show? I think all the kids must get home about 12:30 at night, because we stopped the show last week about 12.
Yeah.
I got in the bed and my phone blew up. Everybody sent the highlights. I'm like, man, you missed it by about 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, they're probably not available immediately. And that makes sense.
Here's one from Woodlands of Cartersville. Lost to Hebron Christian, 34-24. Kind of surprising, but I know Woodlands lost their starting quarterback about 2 days before the season started. So they're having to come up with a completely new offense right now. They got a lot of playmakers over there, but it's just going to be putting them in the right spot for the rest of the season.
Man, I feel like I'm working with some dial-up right now.
You have mail.
I don't even know if I'm fast enough to get mail.
You might just have to stand up and show us the highlights, like play them out,
Yeah. What is that? Aaron Rodgers says, Green 19. Oh, my goodness.
Chris Moore wants to know our thoughts on Ringgold. I know coming into the season, man, I was high on Ringgold. They returned about 16 or 17 starters, and I don't think there was anybody surprised by the start they've had. I know they started a little slow last week at Gilmer, but they came out tonight and showed you what the Tigers are all about. I think they'll be competing for that home playoff spot. It's going to be tough, though, with Sonoranville and Adairsville in front of them, but
man, those are going to be some games. Right now, I would give Sonoranville look pretty good again tonight. I mean, Sonoranville Ringo will be tight. I think I would give them to the edge slightly. I mean, slightly.
Yeah, like I said, and we still don't know how good Coahulla Creek is yet. Coahulla could work their way in there before the season's over. I mean, with the way they played Northwest, and you saw how North Murray played Northwest tonight, I mean, that's even. You got the schedules up for next week. Are you able to pull that up, or
what I'm pulling right now? If you would have brought it up about 5 more minutes from now, I might have it pulled up. I'm telling you, I did a speed test. It's like 0.45. I don't even know how I'm still on the internet. All righty, let's see here.
You're going to have to hand your wife an antenna and have her climb up on the roof.
Yeah, I think what it is when you get to a certain limit on your hotspot, they start throttling you. And I'm at that limit.
Let me see if I can find a final from that Dalton North Forsyth game.
The last I saw, North Forsyth was up pretty handily on Dalton. It was surprising. It was like 30-something to 10.
Yeah, 42-10 final. North Forsyth over Dalton.
I thought it was a fairly interesting score. All right.
Maybe you got shot over. I thought maybe you got shot over there or something.
No, the phone's leaned up against the TV and it just fell. All right, let's see.
Chris said we got to get you another provider, man.
Well, it's not the yeah, I hear you. I wasn't prepared. I'm sorry. I thought I'd have plenty of service. It's unlimited, but evidently my
there you go. We got Chris on here, man, from North Murray.
What's
going on, Chris?
Maybe I'll have schedules loaded by the time he talks.
Hey guys, how's it going? Just witnessed a barn burner over here. North Murray holds on in the end, 31-30 over Northwest. It was a pretty high-scoring game, and there was some long touchdown passes, long touchdown runs. And, you got two really good quarterbacks. You're going to see a lot of that. So this was exciting for me.
Yeah, I was telling Lawrence earlier, if you want to see a good game, ask Chris which one to go to because he knows.
Yeah, I somehow find myself at all the exciting games, so follow me around. I'll take you to some good ones.
Absolutely.
So what was your overall impression of North Murray tonight? I know it was their first game coming out, but were you impressed?
They looked a little sluggish, like it is their first game. It's tough starting the week with 2 bye weeks because other teams are in game 3 or game 2, and they're in full swing, and North Murray's just getting wound up. So it's a little tough for them, but they overcame it. They had some injuries. A few guys were banged up, but they held on in the end, and that's the most important thing. They got the win.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you saw the score from Fannin tonight, though. I mean, how about that one?
I'm not surprised by the halftime score. I'm very surprised by the end of the score, end of the game score. That was something, man. I see that the Friday Night Press Box tweeted out to remember the name Zach Lyles, and they don't have to tell us. We already know.
As a matter of fact, we talked about that just the other day on the Friday Night Press Box stream. We talked about Zach Lyles being deadly. Yes,
he's a weapon. We got to talk more about the Sonoranville defense. This is the second shutout in a row. They are looking good. I would say that Jeb Knight and Tristan Mullins had a big hand in that game. Those two guys really get after it at linebacker, and they rack up tackles for losses, big hits, you name it. Open field solo tackling. They're both really good at it. So I'd imagine they had a big hand in that defensive game for Sonoranville tonight.
Yeah, I tell you the thing I was surprised when I saw them tonight was they have a short offensive line and defensive line, but they're stout. I mean, they're big.
Yeah.
They're probably 5'11", 250.
And those are steamrollers right there.
Steamrollers.
Yeah, that's steamroller size. So I see that Gilmer beat Murray. I'm thinking I saw a score for Ringgold that was 44-0.
Yeah, that was the final score, 44.
Final score. Yeah, I'd mentioned the other day. I think they were primed and ready for a breakout game, and they were going into this game looking for that, and I think they got it. A big offensive breakout for them. So I'm sure they look really good. We'll have to look at a film on that later.
Yeah, I was telling Benton earlier, before you came on, that the North Murray score tonight makes me wonder how good Coahulla Creek is. Coahulla Creek hung with Northwest. Are they as good as North? Can they compete with North Murray? Can they compete with Adairsville, Ringgold, Sonoranville?
I would say so. But I mean, we don't really know, but we're going to find out soon because region play starts next week. How exciting is that?
Awesome, man. What is the best matchup next Friday night in 6 AAA?
The best matchup is the game that I mentioned in our preseason preview is one of the most important games in region play this year. It's Ringgold at North Murray, and it happens next week, and I will be there on site to watch that, and hopefully it's exciting as it was last year.
It should be. I mean, based on what both teams have done so far this year, it should be a good one.
Yep. Ringgold looks really good.
I guess there'll be eyes on Rockmart next week too. The Rockmart and Coahulla Creek game will be interesting.
Yeah, that will be an interesting game. We will see just how good that Coahulla Creek defense is. So that's going to be something we're all going to have to watch, and maybe have to get somebody there at the game. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I think Adairsville opens versus Murray maybe, and I'm not sure where Sonoranville goes. I guess Lafayette.
Yep, and Lafayette looked good.
Yep.
We had talked on the Press Box podcast on Thursday evening that aired about that Lafayette run game, and it looks like they got it going. I see Jalen Ramsey and several others racked up a bunch of yards on the ground. So that's good for them. Coach Andy Scott's his first win as a Rambler head coach.
I'm probably going to put you on the spot here, before you head off to work. But the small sample of size you've had, of the 6 AAA season so far, have you changed your playoff view? You still have your same 4 teams?
Yes, I've changed my playoff view. I took that piece of paper from our preview show, and I wadded it up and threw it in the garbage because it's wide open. I don't know where this leads, but it's going to be a very exciting season to watch. This region, we're 60, 70, maybe 8. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen when region play starts, but it's going to be fun. We get to it next week. I had a thought after watching the first couple games of each of these teams that everything I thought I knew was wrong. These teams are much better than they were last year. They really raised the bar. So they're all very competitive, and they're all right there with each other. You really can't tell a difference, and we're going to have to let them decide it on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to watch, that's for sure. And it starts next Friday night.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting. 6-3A, the gauntlet run, I call it. Every week is a playoff week. So these teams better be ready.
Well, all right, Chris, I guess we'll talk to you next Friday after the Ringgold game, huh? Hopefully you'll be smiling.
Yes, sir. I hope so. I will be on with you guys a lot more next Friday. I'll be off all night, so I will be able to join you and hopefully bring some more highlights. That'd be good. And I will talk to you guys later.
Awesome, man. See you later.
All right, see ya.
Hey, stay with us for a minute. We're going to get Charles Israel on here to talk about Heard County tonight. Let me shoot him the link here right quick. All right. Anybody else wants to join in, man? We'll send you a link over on Twitter. You can hop on here with us. Flying solo tonight, man. Benton's at the lake tonight, man. His internet's kind of crappy over there. Yeah, I'm going to a game next week, Chris. I have I've actually been invited to go to North Paulden next week to see Robbie Roper in Roswell. He's been following us at Northwest football for 4 years now, man. He sent me a message and wanted to know if I'd come out and see him play. I mean, the kid has been phenomenal so far for Roswell. We'll get Charles on here to talk about Heard County. How's it going, Charles?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good. How about them Heard County Braves?
Man, it was a good game tonight. Manchester is impressive. That freshman that went viral back during the summer, number 52, I forget his name. That kid is huge. About 6'5", 260 pounds, plays both ways on the line, and he is, by the time he gets to his senior year, he's going to be destroying people. He's already a problem. And Manchester's got a good running back at number 23. He was impressive too, but we tried to hold them in check as best can. They had a lot of fight in them, but it was a really good game. It was still close there at the end. We were up 16-7, and then Isaiah O'Neal, number 13 for us, broke a 70-yard touchdown run with about a minute and a half. Kind of nailed all that shut. So we pulled out the wins, but it was a little bit closer than the 22-7 shows.
What'd you think about some of the other scores from around 5-2A tonight?
The Pepperell, Haralson County. I was kind of surprised it was that close. The Bowden, or correction, it was Bowden in Haralson County.
Yeah, Bowden and Haralson, Pepperell and Bremen.
Pepperell and Bremen. I was kind of surprised that one was that close. And that Bannon County score got me amazed that somebody shut them out. But Haralson County and Bowden sound like it would have been a really good too.
Yeah, we haven't got to see a lot of Temple this year, but Herd right now looks like the 2 seed in 5-2A right now, huh? I mean, if you had to pick one.
Right. Of course, Callaway's doing their thing down there. So, what do we have a final on that Mount Zion and Landmark game?
Yeah, it was 35-14 Landmark.
That's impressive. I mean, I got a lot of ties with the Landmark, so I'm happy for them. That coach there is a really great guy. He's turned that program around.
Yeah, I've heard from a few sources they went out and added some big time players this year in the off season. I mean, which?
Well, actually, a couple of the additions are the coach's sons that came with him, running back and a wide receiver. But most of the kids that are there were there last year. It's just this coach brought a different culture in. He's had the kids from day one buy into his program.
Who's Herd have next?
Darlington.
At Herd?
No, we go up to Darlington next week.
That should be a good game. The Tigers won their game tonight, 35-14.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a tough one. Darlington's always got a good team. They're always solid and well coached and disciplined.
How big is the offensive line, defensive line down there at Herd? You guys got some pretty big dudes down there?
We do have some good guys. Last week was actually the first time all week that first time this season that we had everybody on the offensive line playing together, even including scrimmage games. We would always have one person out each week. So last week was the first time they all got to play together. But we got some pretty good guys with Lance Skinner and AJ Rogers, and moving some guys around and getting the pieces together.
You hear somebody wanting to know what about Sonoranville? Heck yeah, how about Sonoranville, huh? I saw you guys tonight. I watched Fannin Rebel TV. I saw what you guys did.
That score that shocked me when I saw that earlier. I couldn't believe it.
Here's Chris Moore want to know what's been the most surprising team so far to us. Benton, you want to take that one away first? I have to think about it for a minute.
Most surprising team. Well, I hate to put Coahulla Creek in the most surprising list because I'm really not surprised with the coaching staff and the way they've been going. Man, that's a tough question to answer.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to say Dade or Sonoranville, but I can't because I had both those teams in my playoff preseason, you know?
Yeah,
so I can't say those two because I already knew they were going to be good. I'm going to have to sound like a homer here.
Armurchie
Indians. Yeah. How about them Indians?
Hey, I understand. I mean, honestly, like I said, I picked them to win tonight. I thought they were just a little bit better team.
How about you, Charles? Who's been the most surprising team to you down there? Probably Herd, huh?
I mean, I knew we had, just wasn't sure how quick they were going to get things going under Coach Lassiter. I knew Coach Lassiter had it in him. It's just how quick the kids would respond. But so that's been a little surprising. But I knew the talent we had, so it's a little bit of a surprise, but not that much. I like the start that Bowden is off to, even though they dropped tonight. But they're kind of on their revenge tour from last year.
Yeah, I think that's been impressive with Bowden too. Is I don't think they're at 100% right now.
Yeah,
I think they're still a little bit banged up on offense and defense. And they actually had a chance to win that game tonight. They threw a pass to the end zone, closing seconds. Chris says he thinks Coahulla Creek is the most surprising team so far. I would like to agree with that. Do what?
I said if they go get a W next week, write it down in pen.
That's exactly what I was about to say. If they win next Friday, then yeah.
Did you? Let's see here. Yeah, that Herd County Darlington game you was talking about that a while ago. That's going to be interesting right there. At Chris Hunter.
Yeah, I actually went out in preseason and watched Darlington and Callaway play. So I mean they beat Darlington 28-7, 28-0, something like that. But that'd be a good tool to judge how Herd is compared to Callaway.
Yeah, Callaway definitely the team to beat in the region. Heck, I mean they are the top dog from last year, so team to beat in 2A period. But
I saw tonight though they only beat Hardaway 23-14. I don't know that much about Hardaway. I'm sure they have some players, but
yeah, they jumped up on Hardaway and evidently let Hardaway get back in the game a little bit. So I don't know exactly how all that went.
Somebody says, what big games intrigue you guys next week? I mean, the most intriguing game around has got to be that Collins Hill Rome game. And like Chris was talking about earlier, you got Ringgold at North Murray, which might be for a home playoff spot third week of the season. And, Herd Darlington, that's going to be another team matched up of top 10 teams.
Yeah, that's going to be a battle right there.
How'd that sophomore dude, Eccles, is that his name, the defensive end?
Yeah, they actually kind of moved him into a linebacker position last night. I guess he changed up off what they saw from film with Manchester. But they on the receiving side, he had a good defensive game again, but he also had a good receiving game. He caught a couple of short passes, one that he popped through and drug some people for a few yards, and then he had a really good touchdown catch, little fade in the corner, and he came down with landing on his back, but keeping control of it for a touchdown. That was our second touchdown, but yeah, he was looking really good tonight again.
Yeah, he's actually one of the best looking sophomores I've seen as far as film wise this year. He's the guy I really didn't know that much about. I started following Herd this year closer and took a look at his film, and he's real impressive.
Yeah, he's a really good kid too. He's my kids are in the same grade with him, and he is an honor student, and he's got a good family. They just all around good kid. My son played 12 and under ball with him. He was big back then, not this big, but he was. we saw eye to eye, and I'm 6'2", and back then, so of course he was pretty much our whole team back then with the 12 and under. Everybody just gave him the ball and let him try to do something with it.
I'm hoping Temple gets all their COVID issues worked out this week. They've been off for 2 weeks now, and if they get everything worked out, they play Cass next week. That'll be huge.
Yeah,
2 of the best underclassmen quarterback in Northwest Georgia going head to head. Yep. I think Cam Vaughn is probably one of the most impressive people I've seen so far this year.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of his film. He does look sharp.
Yeah, I don't know if you got to see him live last year when Temple and Herd played, but he has gotten bigger this year, faster.
Yeah, we saw him a little bit last year, and he was impressive enough then. But so just imagine the improvement for this year. He's a junior now, right?
Yeah, just a junior. Let's see where Benton's moved to now. He's gonna move back out to the patio. What's going on, Benton? You there?
Man, it's been a long night.
But talking about Temple, that I'm just glad to see that receiver they had last year transferred over to Mount Zion.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do him this.
That's a question for you right there.
Maurice looking good. Maurice has really stepped up into a leadership role. He's leading this team, motivating the team. He's gotten a lot better with his passing and his feet. Yep. Went better with it. He really scored in the last year, and he should have a pretty solid season, both on the ground and in the air. Of course, he's got a couple of guys who can go up and catch it for him too, including Jonathan Eccles. So.
Is French a senior?
Yes. And he's been with us 3 years. His freshman year, he was at Creekside. Didn't Creekside pick off Westlake tonight?
Let's see. That'd be an impressive score if they did. Creekside. Yeah, how about that? 27-20.
Wow. That Creekside, man.
So where is Creekside High School located? Is it in Clayton County?
It's fair. Well, its mailing address is Fairburn. It's actually in the city of South Fulton, but it's just outside of Fairburn, just north of Palmetto. So
here's another question for you, Charles.
Running back who got hurt against Pepperell last year. He's actually at Lenore Rhymes this year. So we've moved 23. He's a sophomore this year, Antoine Carter, and he's our starting back. And then Isaiah O'Neill, number 13, he played fullback some last year and slot receiving, but he's playing wide out and backing up Antoine at running back. And they're becoming a good dynamic 1-2 punch. Isaiah O'Neill's a senior, but Antoine Carter, 23, is a sophomore.
We had this score earlier. Southeast 42-28 over Gordon Central. All right, Ben, you ever get the schedules pulled up for next week, man, or you can just say the heck with it?
No, man, I didn't quit on you. I got the schedules pulled up. So,
all right.
Looking here at Single A private in our area, Christian Heritage will be at Heritage, so that should be that possibly is a rivalry game. They're pretty close together, are they not?
Is who? Christian Heritage apart. And who?
Heritage, Catoosa.
Yeah.
Can't be too far apart.
Yeah.
Of course, we talked about the Heard County Darlington game. Let's go to the public, 6A public.
Chris wants to know if my Indians are going to challenge for a playoff spot this year. I think they will. Challenge for a playoff spot. I think that Gordon Lee, our Murchie game is going to be for the 4th spot.
Do you know where that game's at?
I'm thinking it's here. Right across the street from the house here.
Yeah, so next week in excuse me, I clicked on Region 7. All right, next week in 6A public is one we've talked about already a little bit, but probably worth talking about some more. Trine at Dade County.
That's going to be a heck of a game. Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a game.
As far as our area, I see a Heritage team. It's not Heritage Catoosa. It's a different Heritage team.
I think that might be Heritage and Noonan.
Yeah, they're playing at Bowden, it says. Yeah, it could be because I'm not familiar with that logo there.
Yeah, they just came over to GHSA in the last couple of years. Private school on north side of Noonan.
I tell you what, though, you can't accuse a Bowden of scheduling cupcakes.
No. Moving on to Region 7 AA, Model speaking of not scheduling cupcakes, Model has Haralson County next week at Haralson County. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Pickens is on the road at Coosa, it says. I'd probably take Pickens in that game. Hopefully Chattooga can get back in action next week after a 2-week hiatus. At Northwest Whitfield. And then Southeast Whitfield has the duty of going to Fannin County. And that will not be fun for Southeast after a what Fannin would consider an unacceptable loss, I know. But they'll be ready to go next week, I guarantee it. Any of those games stand out to you, Lawrence?
Nah. Model in Haralson County is probably the best one on that slate, I think.
Yeah.
I like to see what that Model defense does against Clay Hyatt down there. See if they can stop him.
I got you.
That sounds like a good game too.
I'm gonna put you on the spot right quick. Trine and Dade. Trine and Dade.
Trying to
Who you got?
Let me make sure there's no Dade people on here. Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna get it right here. You're gonna get it one way or another.
I'm gonna say the team that does not turn the ball over, and no. I'm gonna go Trine in that one.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I've seen Trine. I've seen Dade. I think it's going to be a real good game. That'd be a good one to watch. I think I'd take Trine in a close one. Chris Moore is asking about the young man from Chattooga. The last update that I received was about 2 days ago. I hadn't read anything or heard anything different. He was still in ICU. He had 10 days straight of a fever, and he finally broke the fever, and he was able to hold fluids down on his own. So it's going in the right direction, but I hadn't heard anything lately. Hopefully we'll have an update by next weekend. But
that's what my hope for this week is that we get rid of all this COVID stuff and that there's no games canceled and everybody's healthy. You know, that's the wish I have.
Yeah, I agree with you. Flip it on over to the AAA schedule. Lafayette is taking on Lakeview Fort Overthorpe. That should be an interesting game. Lakeview is looking for their first win, and Lafayette got a big win against Gordon Lee the other day. So looking for 2 wins. Daresville has Murray County, and Daresville off this week, getting back in action next week against Murray. Ringgold and North Murray. It's going to be a showdown at North Murray. So Chris will be there for that one. Chris gets all the good games.
All the good ones. I think they scored 96 points together in that game last year. So,
all right, put you on the spot again. Over under 96.
I'm going under. 96.
Under. Yeah.
Under.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with it just being North Murray's second game. I think they'll be improved from the first game, obviously. Take a big step. And then last but not least, the Creek. The Creek is rising. Kahula Creek on the road at Rockmart.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot. They're gonna keep it within. They're gonna keep it within 21.
Are they gonna keep it within 21? Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might be 20, but it's gonna be within 21. You gave me 21. I'll take the Creek. Anyway, moving on to 4A. Cedartown is at home against what says New Manchester.
Yep. I
have no idea about that. I've never come across New Manchester.
They're in the same region with Villa Rica and all those schools down there in that area.
Gotcha. Calhoun is at Ridgeland. And all the other games we've already discussed in the other divisions. Jumping up to 5A, Creekside at Cartersville. Looks like 2 undefeated teams. Cass will be on the road at Temple. And then Hiram at East Paulding. Both teams looking for a win there. Both teams 0-2 so far. That's what I got for next week's schedule.
That Creekside team that's coming to Cartersville, is that the same one that beat Westlake tonight?
If you give me just 1 second, I'll confirm. The Creekside Seminoles, they are ranked. I'm thinking it's going to be. It is. No. Yes. They played Westlake tonight. Westlake 27-20. And week one they beat Grayson 19-14.
Oh, that's going to be a heck of a game in Cartersville then, huh?
Yes. You don't say they beat Grayson very often. Nobody beats Grayson a lot. So that's a matchup.
They beat Grayson on the road.
Wow. So I'm looking at their numbers here. Creekside is ranked 15th by max points overall in the state of Georgia. Cartersville is coming in at 29. Cartersville's 4th in their class, respectively, and Creekside is 3rd. And that ought to be a big time battle.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I'll go with Creekside on that one though. Now I don't go against Cartersville very often.
Yeah, I think the Hurricanes may be a little young this year. Or I guess not young because they have a lot of seniors playing, but a lot of guys who haven't been starters for a bunch of years. But yeah, I think it'll be a heck of a game.
Yeah, Creekside, it looks like here, just from what I'm seeing, not really. They've scored. They're averaging. They got 2 games under their belt. Of course, they beat Grayson, so that makes it tough. But they're only averaging 23 points a game. And Cartersville is loading up on the points, averaging 45. So something's going to give. Either the points and the offense is going to go, or Creekside's defense is going to slow them enough to get it done.
The quarterback Jake Parker at Cartersville has been one of the most impressive kids I've seen so far this year.
They just keep coming, huh?
Well, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I appreciate you letting me get on here. Now, hey, to Chris Moore, I hope everything clears up over there at Temple, and get the program going again, because we got to come up there and get our revenge from last year.
All right, Sean, we appreciate you stopping by, man.
Hey, I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
I was pulling up the matchup between Rome and Collins Hill. Collins Hill is ranked number 7 nationally, 1st in Georgia, 1st in their class.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild next weekend at Barron Stadium, huh?
What would Rome be considered nationally? Do you know?
Not anywhere close, because I think they're like number 10 right now in 5A. I mean, it's
really?
6A. Yeah, I think last rankings I saw there either number 8 or number 10.
Yeah, I don't see them in the top 100. Huh.
Let me pull this highlight up here right quick, man, from Darlington tonight. This kid's had a heck of a start.
All right. Give him some recognition.
He all right. Let me get it. Eli Thompson at Darlington. He had 2 picks last weekend. Week 1, he picked one off tonight.
Nice play. Just kind of undercut the guy.
Let's see it one more time here. Boom, look at that. Yeah, I think last week he had 2 picks, 9 tackles, maybe scored a touchdown on offense. And I think the Tigers are going to be pretty good this year. I wasn't sure what to think about them coming into the season because they lost a lot of guys. But
here's I didn't mean to change the subject here, but Nick Runyon's talked about Cedartown and New Manchester. What's your opinion on that? We've seen New Manchester in a couple different games against teams up this way so far.
Yeah, I think Cedartown wins. I think.
Cedartown is. Man. Go ahead.
I just hope they're able to play. I mean, they've had to cancel a couple of games already, and I just want everybody to get back on the field.
Yeah, it's so frustrating when you have to cancel games and do those type of things. I know we've talked about it before, but the coaches and the athletic directors and the kids themselves, they don't get enough credit for the ability to change things. Like
you know how hard it is from a player standpoint, man, getting ready for the week and then having the game pulled out from under you a couple of days before you get ready to play. And if you guys don't know, Benton's at the pool house over on Lake Weiss tonight, man, so the internet's kind of sketchy. I think he's got an antenna up in the tree with a couple of squirrels holding it up, so he's in and out. Like I said, if anybody wants to jump on and give their opinion of the game they saw tonight or highlights, shoot us a DM at Twitter, and I'll send a link to you, and you can hop on. See what Haralson County really responded this week. Absolutely. I know they were disappointed last week after losing down at Manchester to a very good Manchester team, but they beat a very good Bowden team tonight down to the wire. Bowden had a chance to win the game last seconds and weren't able to get it done. 14-10, Haralson County over Bowden. Haralson County's got a solid defense coming to town next week in Model. Model's been one of the most impressive defenses I've seen in this area so far. Yeah, this is the most is the last 2 Wednesdays finding out no game after planning and scheming all week. That's got to be tough. It's got to be tough on the coaches, but definitely tough on the kids, man, because I know it's hard going to practice and half the time you just ready to play Friday night, and the coaches say, "Hey, man, we're not playing." That makes it tough. I did see on Twitter this week, though, where there was a couple of coaches that were battling the virus down there at Temple. Man, I hope that those guys get well. And this is a score we talked about earlier. Well, no, this is Forsyth, Central, and Loganville. Nail biter. Landmark beat Mount Zion. Beat a very good Mount Zion team, 35-21. We talked about it earlier. I think Mount Zion's going to be a team that's going to be in that mix this year in 6A. Malachi Ackles down there. He had 6 touchdowns the first 2 weeks, man. He's a heck of a ball player.
Wow. Hey, Lawrence, I keep you won't believe what I'm doing to try to get back on the show. The phone keeps overheating, and I go stick it in the freezer for about 30 seconds, and then it comes back. I've done it twice already.
Yeah. I told everybody you was out in the woods, man, that you probably had like 2 squirrels up in a tree holding the antenna.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the service is fine. It's just when you're live streaming, I've even tried dimming it as much as I can. It just wants to heat up the phone. A couple things I was going to say. before I left. What about Virginia Tech beat North Carolina tonight, 17-10? College football, I know, but
Yeah.
number 10, bye-bye.
I'm not too surprised by that, huh?
There's your one team that might not end up, that's in the top 10, that might not end up in the top 25 at the end of the year. If North Carolina
ACC is so crazy, man. I can't even watch ACC football. I mean, no offense to any ACC fans out there, but you know, I've got a daughter at Georgia Tech. Then get me tickets. I don't even want them.
I like LSU minus the 3.
Is it in LSU or in California?
No, it's at UCLA. I just don't think they're ready for line of scrimmage. But go ahead.
How about Bama minus 10? You taking them or the Canes tomorrow?
If you're giving me 10, I'm taking Bama. I mean, heck, it's 19.5 on the.
Isn't it 19.5?
Yeah, I might even tease it up to 23 because it might be a 24-point game. But although I will say one thing about Miami, they got a quarterback that can move around a little bit if he's healthy. You know, he is coming off an injury, and they have 19 returning starters. And Brevin Jordan is an NFL player. He's a good player, but can they get him the ball? You know, can Alabama's defense, you know, be just a little bit better than last year, which is going to be great, obviously. They'll hang around for a little while, but I think Bama pulls away.
I've seen Bama play some quarterbacks that can move around. You know, Colt McCoy at Texas and Francois DeLeon down at Florida State. They moved around for about a play or two.
Yeah, I hear you. Until
they were knocked out for the season, huh?
Here's my question, and I'm not a Bama hater. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan, obviously, and I respect Alabama and what they do and what Nick Saban's got going on. But sooner or later, when it comes to quarterbacks, you know, sooner or later, he's going to have to miss. I mean, sooner or later, there's going to have to be somebody that just don't turn out to be. And why not this year? Now, I'm not saying, you know, Bama's going to go lose to Miami because I don't think they will. But
how about Mac Jones getting the Patriot job up there?
Yeah, that was a little shocking, and here's why. I got 1% on my battery left, and I'll tell you right quick. Name me another Alabama quarterback that's done anything in the NFL. Almost, no. Besides Derrick Henry, almost like Alabama running backs. Mark Ingram was a little bit.
A little bit.
All right, brother. Well, we'll see you next week, and I got 1%, so I'm probably about to leave you anyway.
All right, man.
Freezer's not going to fix no battery.
We'll see you next Friday night.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, dude. Yeah, Pickens lost 20-7 to White County. Pretty good score there for Pickens. I know White County coming into the season was probably top 10, top 15 team, and thoughts on C.J. Stroud of Ohio State Thursday night. Man, I can't comment on much on Ohio State, man. I'm not a big Ohio State fan. Who runs the table in Pickens region? That's an easy one. The Cedartown Bulldogs. I think Cedartown is easily your 1 seed in that region. I think the 2, 3, and 4 are wide open though. Central, Pickens. I don't know who else. I don't know who's going to slide into that 4 spot. We'll keep these scores running across the bottom here in case anybody jumps in late. If you have any highlights you want to share, tag us, Northwest Georgia Football. If anybody wants to jump in here with me, man, and yeah, somebody asked, I think Northwest will recover. I think they recovered good tonight. I think 31-30 versus North Murray was a good score. You know, they got a good young quarterback, Owen Broker. I think they're in good shape in 7-4A. I think they'll compete with Central and Pickens. I think for sure a playoff team going forward. Let's see you guys' opinion of Collin Hill and Rome next week. What do you think final score is going to be? Anybody want to throw out a prediction? Yeah, North Forsyth 42, Dalton 10. Collins Hill 28, Rome 14. One of the predictions we got here. I think. I'll tell you what. If that was the final score, I think they wouldn't say it publicly, but I think the Rome staff would be pretty happy with that final score. We got 35-21, 35-17. What about some Creekside Cartersville's predictions? That's another one that's going to be a barn burner next Friday night. Two top 5 teams going head to head. I don't know that much about Creekside, but I mean, them beating Westlake tonight and beating Grayson week 1, pretty impressive. You guys asked us earlier. I asked you guys. Got some more people on here. Let's see. Most surprising team so far this year. We'll put that one up. You guys can answer that one. I think we went over it a little earlier and had a couple people say Cahulla Creek. I know Dade. Yeah, Dade and Sonoranville are two obvious choices, but I was telling them earlier I can't take those two because I had those guys in the playoffs preseason, so I can't say their success has come much of a surprise to me, but I had to go with my hometown Armurchie Indians starting the season 2-0. Yeah, I know. I think all the Bulldogs should be healthy going into next week. They've been out for how many weeks now? 2, 3? That virus is really hitting Polk County hard from what I hear. Rock Martin, Cedartown both. I hope they both get to play this Friday. Yeah, Dalton's looked real good so far. You know, they played Calhoun close week 1 and they got some playmakers up there. That's good to see. You know, it's not North Georgia football unless Dalton's playing well. My destination next Friday night is, by special request, man, I'm going to North Paulding to see Roswell and North Paulding. The quarterback at Roswell, Robbie Roper, he been following us for about 3 years now, and he texted me this week and asked me if I could come see him play at North Paulding. I told him I would. I mean, he threw for 737 yards first 2 weeks of the season. He says he's going to have Georgia Tech there watching him Friday night, and I look forward to going down there and seeing him with my eyes for the first time. How good is Bremen? Bremen's solid. You know, I know there was a lot of preseason expectations. You know, they went this summer and tore it up 7-on-7. And coming into the season, they were ranked in some polls I saw as high as, 3 or 4. Started out a little slow. Play a tough schedule so far, but I think tonight they got it going offensively, and I think they'll definitely battle for a home field playoff spot in 5-2A. they got a transfer quarterback they're working in, so he's only got 3 games under his belt with the Blue Devils. Definitely. Somebody just texted me and said they told me Landmark was going to be good, and absolutely. I mean, they look like probably one of the best turnarounds of any team in single A this year. I mean, they were 1-9 last year and starting the season out 2-1 and just barely lost to Bremen week 1. Can Fannin win the region again? Absolutely. I think tonight was just a blip. I think they'll be right there with Pepperell and Chattooga, Dade. I mean, it's going to be a shootout, but yeah, I think they can win it again. I'd actually be surprised if they don't win it. All right, guys. My partner left me, so I guess I'm going to sign off for the night, and we'll see y'all back next Friday night. Who's Fannin's quarterback? David Mashburn. He is a junior, I think. He's only got 2 starts under his belt. Looked real good week 1 against Union County. I mean, tonight, he went up against a heck of a Sonoranville Phoenix defense, and they shut him down. But I think he'll be solid going forward. I think Sonoranville Phoenix are the only team after week 3 that have not been scored on. So be interesting to see how long they can keep that streak going. 8 consecutive quarters without giving up a point. All right, guys. Enjoyed it, and we'll see y'all next Friday night.